Let's calculate bond yield, although one thing, I sort of violated my own rule here. Note that in this function input, I actually entered values here as opposed to referencing values, and so I'm just going to change that very quickly to reference these cells as opposed to have input numbers. And I'll do Control-C, Control-V across, and so now I'm referencing the numbers. This is important because if I do want to make a change for some reason and I've hard wired the inputs into the formula, I'm going to end up with a mistake. Okay, let's look at yield. So now we're going to use the rate function. Equals rate, and let me just click this again, and I'll see that this returns the interest rate per period of a loan or an investment. And it's going to do so on an APR basis. All right, so I'm going to have to deal with that later. A periodic basis. I'm going to have to deal with that later. So the number of periods is going to be that times 2. The payment is going to be the coupon payment, again, divided by 2 times the par value. The present value is going to be the price. The future value, again, is the future value, and type is not something I have to worry about because the payments are at the end, so I can click omitted. Sorry, I can omit that, and I click enter, and I get an error. How come I got an error? Oh, because I've told Excel that I'm going to receive the coupon payments, and I'm going to receive the face value, and I'm going to receive the price, and that's not possible. You can't keep getting money. And so the way this has to work is that I have to put a negative in for the present value. Remember, it produced this as a negative, and we put a negative sign in front of it to make it positive. I'm going to click OK, and I get $1.75, but remember, it's computed this on a semi-annual basis. So the last thing I do is double it, and I get the 3.5. And so here I had the YTM input as 3.5, and a price is 104.19. Here I have the 104.19 as an input and the 3.5, and I can do Control-C, Control-V, and get that 4.5 here. The yield function works identically to the price function. I'll click equals YIELD. Oh, how do I find this? If I'm not sure how to find this, I can click the function wizard button and I can search for bond yield, and I should get, nope, it's not going to work. I just click YIELD and I'll get yield. There it is. Click OK. Settlement, all right, here's the settle date, and again, this has to be expressed as a serial date number, and so even though this says 9/24/2020, it's actually the number of days, 44098. Same thing with the maturity date, the rate, and again, remember, rate here is a discount rate, but rate here is a coupon rate. Super confusing, just got to memorize it. Here is the price, and I'm going to enter the price. Is going to be $95. The redemption, remember, it's a $100 face value bond, and so it redeems at $100. So I'll click redemption at 100. Frequency is semi-annual, and the basis, we're going to consider this a government bond. So I'll click 1, and I click OK, and I get the yield. So now the bond is priced at 95. If I priced it at 104.19, I'm going to get that 3.5%. Control-C, Control-V, Control-V going across. 104, here if I enter in the 96.01 for the price, I'm going to get that 4.5, and here you can see I have 2575, I get 132.79, here I get 132.79 to get the 2575. And so these are essentially opposite sides of the same coin. The price function is the price for a given discount rate, and the rate function is the discount rate for a given price. Same thing with the price and the yield functions as well. PV and rate, price and yield.